So question 13 says find the equation of line that is parallel to the graph of 4x minus 7y equals 8 and passes through the ordered pair -6, -4. It also says write the equation in standard form. So there's a lot going on here. So parallel means running in the same direction, not crossing. So what this means is if the lines are running in the same direction, they have to have the same slope. Okay. So, for if I try to make a rough graph of this, have to forgive me on my graphing, but this is just going to be a rough little sketch here. So 4x minus 7y. So if I find the x-intercept, I'm setting y equal to 0 and solving for x. So 4x would equal 8, x would equal 2. If I find the y-intercept, I have -7y equals 8. So y would equal -8/7. So it's a shade over 1. So if I make a couple of tick marks here, there's a couple tick marks there, a couple tick marks there. So the x-intercept is 2. The y-intercept is just a shade over 1, -1. So this is the given line right here. What we want is, we want to write the equation of line that passes through the -6, -4. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -6. 1, 2, 3, 4, -6, -4. We want, and it's going to be running the same direction as this one. So not perfect drawing, but they want to know the equation of this line right here. So to write this equation though, we need to know its slope and we need to know a point. Well, they gave us the point, -6, 4. -6, -4. But they didn't give us the slope, but they did. We do know that these two slopes are the same. So if I can find the slope of this line, then I can use that to find the slope of the other line. So one of the things we can do is, we know that if an equation is in the form of y equals mx plus b, it's in slope-intercept form. So if I was going to solve this problem, this is where I would actually start. So if I have this 4x minus 7y equals 8, I would want to find the slope of this line. So I need to move this 4x to the other side, -4x, if you will. You may start to learn that when you move something to the other side, its sign changes. So you can get quicker with it. So you literally just go -7y and then -4x plus 8. You can actually skip showing the work there if you want. And dividing by -7 means you're going to divide each term by -7. So I end up with then this y equals 4/7 x minus 8/7. Now, the only thing we need off of this, though, is the slope. So the slope of this line is 4/7. So what I can do is use this, the point slope form, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. I do know the slope of this line that we're looking for is the same as the slope of this line. So it's got to be this 4/7. We also know that this line that we're looking for, the equation, passes through the point -6, -4. So we're going to use this information here, and we're going to substitute that in. So y take away a -4 equals 4/7 times x minus a -6. So remember, we're going to have this is just y plus 4 equals 4/7. And if I simplify this in parentheses here, that's going to be x plus 6. I still need to remove parentheses, so y plus 4 equals 4/7 x plus them. You have to multiply 4/7 times 6/1, and that's going to be 24/7. Okay. We still got to move the 4 over the other side. So we're going to subtract 4 on both sides. This is the hard part. So that's going to be y equals 4/7 x. And then what we have is 24/7 minus 4/1. But since you need a common denominator, you got to multiply this by 7 and this by 7. So that's going to be 24/7 minus 28/7. So it's going to be a negative 4/7. So this is going to be minus 4/7. Now, to be in standard form, there cannot be any fractions. So one of the things I have to do to put it in standard form is remove fractions. So to put it in the standard form, they want ax plus by equals c. So in standard form, there cannot be any fractions. So the only thing in the denominator is the 7. So what I'm allowed to do is use the property of equality and multiply this side by 7 as long as I multiply this side by 7. And that's going to allow me to remove fractions. So this turns into 7y. And then when you multiply 7 through, the 7's cancel and gives you a 4x. And when you multiply the 7 through this piece over here, the 7's cancel out again, and that gives you a minus 4. So notice that the x's and y's got to be on the same side. So I could subtract a 4x on both sides. And that gives me then negative 4x plus 7y equals negative 4. Typically in standard form, they do not like the coefficient of x to be negative. So another thing we could do is multiply everything by -1 to switch all the signs. So standard form then turns into 4x minus 7y equals 4. That would be the standard form of the equation. So that's what they'd be looking for in this problem. So that one's got a lot of work going on. So you may want to watch that video again to help you kind of follow what's going on that problem.